Taylor Tannenbaum, thanks for the visit with Dabo. And Tate Klubnik and the Tigers now looking to get 3rd and 2, but trailing 7-3. Clemson has outscored opponents 125-29 in the second quarter this year. Klubnik wants to throw, pumped, in trouble, now trying to make something happen to his left and shoved out of bounds by Wallace. That'll be a loss of a yard or two back to the 40. Well, the Wildcats, Tim, really moving the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, they're winning up front. You're going to see pressure inside from Joshua Hayes. He gets home, flushes Klubnik outside, and thought there was a chance right away for Klubnik to get rid of the football on a little spot route to pick up the first down, but I think the pressure initially kind of blocked his vision. Ultimately helped Kentucky get off the field.
3 and out for the Wildcats defensively. Swanson will punt it to Robinson here. And Robinson drifts back. You're going to run off from this. It hits at the 10, and it is down by Philip Florenzo, the long snapper for the Clemson Tigers. Down to Taylor.
We talked earlier, guys, about Devin Leary finally playing in his first bowl game in his 6th season in college football. He's had opportunity, just injuries and COVID had hindered that. And now in his first year at Kentucky and his final season in college football, I asked him what he learned most. The one word this year, he said, really the word for me is growth. I've been through a lot. I know that seems kind of crazy as an old guy, but this situation challenged me differently. I grew into a brand new system, had to grow into a different leader, and he says in many different ways it's prepared him to grow at the next level too.
Taylor, he's a fascinating young man. He's had an unbelievable college journey. Here he is throwing on first down and overthrows Brown with Woodaz in coverage for Clemson. Tim, we saw his journey in its first chapters at NC State, the growth there, kind of the on and off and battling the injuries. And Liam Cohen spoke highly of this young man this week.
I think they like his toughness, his willingness to work, his willingness to get better, his willingness to be coached hard. You know, he's a guy that's got all kinds of arm talent. He can really throw the football. But he played in an offense that was very different than what they're doing here at Kentucky. And I think at times the coaching staff maybe felt like there was too much on his plate. But he continued to ask for more and more.
Jefferson, the ball carrier, and he gets wrapped up by Barrett Carter. A couple of yards to the 14, and it'll be 3rd down and 8. For the Wildcats. And there's a look at Jefferson, who turns 24 years of age on January 10th. Today is his 46th collegiate game, his 11th at Kentucky. He started out at Maine, then went to Garden City Community College, then Sam Houston State for a couple of years, and 2 more rides at Kentucky. Davis back in the ball game. Wildcats are 1 for 3 on 3rd down. Clemson held opponents to 6 of 27 in their last 2 regular season games. Here's Leary from the pocket, overthrows Key. I think the ball again got deflected around the line of scrimmage, and it'll fall incomplete. Another 3 and out for the Clemson defense.
Yeah, that's a good job of Clemson defensively. They walk the linebackers up into the A gap, and then they bail out. And as they bail out, I don't think Devin Leary sees Barrett Carter, who's able to run underneath that in cut and get his hand on the football.
Jacksonville today with this contest that started on New Year's Day 1946 was the very first Taxslayer Gator Bowl. It is the 6th oldest. I told you the 88th Cotton Bowl, they'll play that. And the Rose Bowl, of course, those are some of the standards to which we now enjoy. End over end kick. Brown will take a knee. Interesting. Let's check with Taylor as Kentucky starts.
I know you guys were in an NFL stadium, but if you're looking at the sidelines, no, Kentucky and Clemson did not steal the Jacksonville Jaguars' little Microsoft Surface tablets. They are, in fact, testing technology at 15 different bowl games, and they're allowing both of these teams to use those tablets using DB Sport Rewind, where they pretty much in real time get to review what just happened on the field. So you're going to see the coaches gathered on the benches, not just talking now, but going through the film, guys.
Well, and we should add that they do not have the coach-to-player communication, Tim, access in this game. Still doing the old-fashioned route there for college football. And here's Davis right into the scrum at the 25, and the Tigers push back with the freshman T.J. Parker leading the way.
I would say this about the technology. I think it's time for college football, truthfully. Like in the pro football, you obviously have the tablets. Look, in high school football, a lot of teams have video in-game. College football is kind of this no man's land in between. I think they should have it. And then in terms of coach-to-quarterback communication, obviously, big part of the discussion in college football landscape this year. That's another one for me that seems to be a no-brainer to have implemented in every college stadium.
And I would just say from a media perspective, you can't use cost as an excuse. Not anymore. Here's the left side, and you're going to give it to Davis, is Kentucky. And again, Ray Davis is bottled up on back-to-back carries by this Clemson defense. That's Denoff. Kate Denoff getting off the stack, a sophomore from Plant City. Again, he and McLeod, probably two examples of guys maybe getting a little more run today because of where they are from a roster management spot.
Yeah, no question about it, but a really talented group. And I think that Clemson's actually done an excellent job of just stacking good recruiting classes of kids coming out of high school. And so when you get into an environment like this, you do have a lot of young players that look like they deserve to be starters.
Brown to the right. You see the two receivers to the left here for Leary on third down from the pocket. Long throw. Flag is going to be thrown on Lewis. He and Brown got locked up at the 36. And that'll be on Shelton Lewis, the freshman corner from Stockbridge, Georgia, against the speedy Darion Brown from Pearl Cone in Nashville.
Pass interference. Defense number 2. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
I do have to say I appreciate Shelton Lewis's courage to get up and challenge the speedy Darion Brown the way he has, and well, I think he's highly competitive. He does like to be physical at the line of scrimmage, and it's like he may have a pretty bright future, although he gets caught there.
Well, if you're looking for characteristics of Clemson corners, that would be two. Here's Leary. Hit as he throws, and it's Key. Dane Key breaking free. Down the near sideline, and Terrell will tackle him right around the 5-yard line. Leary got smashed as he cut it loose, and Dane Key, who had a great touchdown catch against Louisville, sets Kentucky up with another opportunity on a 58-yarder.
Well, you said it. Courage in the pocket from Devin Leary. That's really impressive because he comes off the play action, shot down the field, and then what happens is Key just throws Khalil Barnes down to the ground. A lot of contact at the top of the route. Throws Barnes down. Barnes was looking for an offensive pass interference call, but doesn't get it. Key gets the reception in the big play.
Under 8 to go now in this first half. And the Wildcats trying to add to it. Leary on the soft roll. End zone touchdown. And Key gets the reward. Sixth touchdown catch of the year for the 6'3" sophomore from Lexington.
And another nice job at Devin Leary coming off of the play action. Gets through his progression quickly, and Key, who's running the over route, just gets completely lost by the Clemson defense, and easy throw for Devin Leary for the score.
Another quick 5-play scoring drive. That's and Tigers got together. Music City Bowl 2009, C.J. Spiller's final college game. Clemson won that day 21-13. Tigers have won 4 of the last 6 meetings between the schools. Boy, they had an unbelievable Peach Bowl in Atlanta in the early 90s. Here's a end-over-end kick. Shipley shields his eyes to gauge it, looking straight up into the sun. So Clemson will scrimmage from its 25, and a look back at the Dane Key catch here, Tim.
Well, Dane Key is going to start at the top of the formation. He's going to come across in motion. He's matched up on Khalil Barnes. Now, I want you to watch the top of the route. Key is going to end up running right into Khalil Barnes and knocking him over. And Barnes gets up looking for an offensive pass interference call, but it gets Key wide open and ends up being his longest reception of the year, which ultimately leads to the score.
Yep. And a guy who had a phenomenal touchdown catch in the Louisville game. He finished with 14 catches, 2 scores in his last 4 games. Here's Klubnik on first down, got 5 and then got stuck. Zion Childress at the 31. Cade earned every one of those 6 yards. My heaven, you want to tell everybody how that feels?
Hey, well, I want to tell everyone that Dabo's like, look, we want Cade to run more. You know, not necessarily the script, just pick up positive yardage, keep us on schedule, but I think he probably does not want him to take shots like that.
Yep. Got 6 to the 31. Split backs there. They're going to hand to Shipley, trying to get to the left side, and Will Shipley's got the first down. Needed 4, got 5, almost 6. De'Eric Jackson, Kentucky's leading tackler, coming into the ballgame with 81 stops, big 54 in the blue, makes the tackle. And you see the Tigers, 3 punts to start after the field goal, and then the touchdown in the last 4. This is, in fact, their 6th possession of this first half. But trailing again after the Leary to Key score. Here's Shipley again. Wow, look out. And that is Jackson. Yeah, hadn't called my name up there enough, had you? Guess not. My goodness.
Oh.
Now.
That's what they call laying the wood right there, Wes.
Yep, that's it. From Dublin, Georgia. 23rd straight start for De'Eric Jackson today. 2nd down and 8 after 2 for Shipley. Pressure coming. Klubnik in trouble and sacked. Back at the 33-yard line. J.J. Weaver along with Trayvon Ripka. Chunky, Ripka's nickname, in there with Weaver.
Well, we talked about these linebackers for Kentucky. They do a good job. Weaver is the 113 off the right side who gets it started with just a bull rush. Deshaun Silver as well with a bit of a bull rush to just squeeze that pocket to get Klubnik down.
Wildcat fans here on the west side to their feet. Klubnik, pressure coming, got to cut it loose underneath. Catch is made, and Brenningstool fights back upfield to the 38 before Childress makes the tackle, but that is well short of what the Cats needed to surrender for the first down to be achieved.
There was a chance that Clemson had there, just dialing up a screen into the blitz that Kentucky was bringing, but not able to hit the crease, and Kentucky able to get off the field.
Tavion Robinson will take the punt of Aiden Swanson. And with 4:37 to go, and remembering again, Tim, Kentucky gets the ball to start the second half. Feels like a big possession really for both schools here. And now a Tiger timeout.
Timeout, Clemson, the first of the half.
So we get the call for the Tiger timeout. Good time to remind you, 2 more bowl games as Capital One Bowl Mania continues on ESPN and the ESPN app. High noon tomorrow, downtown Atlanta. Beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Jackson Dart and Ole Miss, a top 20 offense against Penn State and their top-ranked defense. And then down to South Florida. Georgia and Florida State in the Capital One Orange Bowl tomorrow night. One of those teams will, and the opt-outs on Florida State's side have kind of changed the landscape, it feels like, a little bit there.
Kind of see that coming.
So here is Swanson to punt it away. Now, did Clemson call the timeout because they wanted to get a look? Snap is straight back on Florenzo, and Robinson inside the 10 wants to field it. Trying to make something happen. He'll get to the 15 and maybe a yard or 2 after that. 53-yard punt, 7-yard return, but Kentucky's defense, the story a moment ago, and J.J. Weaver finishing off Clemson.
I bequeathed him an iPad telestration. Will he nail it?
Oh.
Find out at the half.
So Matt Berry, who's been working, and Maserati at the half. First down give, and that is Jefferson. And he will get a yard or two. I mean, Matt Berry working, Tim.
I don't know that he's left that studio other than to call a game.
He went straight from Charlotte, where he and Mullen put everything on mayonnaise.
Matt Berry's been sleeping there.
Yeah.
Listen, talk about Tyler Davis getting an opportunity here. That's a pretty good play by a big man playing on the center.
By the way, 52nd start for today for Tyler Davis, 4th most in Tiger history. Wow. Pretty good list right there now when it comes to defensive linemen. Second down, throw. Oh boy, Leary fired it up and threw it into a wave of arms, hoping it would get to Tavion Robinson, I think.
Yeah, and it's Barrett Carter, again, just reading Leary's eyes. We saw this earlier when he showed pressure and bailed out of it. This time he just kind of runs underneath the spot route, and then once again, Davis making a play, pressure on the quarterback, but that one's close. We've seen Barrett Carter make plays running underneath those routes for a pick and score.
Ball at the 20 for 3rd down and 8. Kentucky 1 for 4. Davis in the backfield. Leary wants to throw here. Looks far side, and Brown the catch. First down, and Barry Brown weaving to the 47. And a first down for the Wildcats, and another big 3rd down conversion. The only other one, Tim, they'd had was the Davis run, and this is a huge pickup.
Yeah, a huge one. A similar route to what we saw earlier on the pass interference call. That's a tight window, excellent throw by Leary, and then, man, is Barry Brown exciting with the ball in his hands in terms of the speed, and hold on to your hat if you're Clemson's defense and he has the ball.
Brown now. Couple of catches for 40 yards. Of course, he scored a touchdown on the ground for the Wildcats in this first half. Near midfield, 1st and 10. Jefferson, the ball carrier. And the senior from the Bronx pushes through for a couple of yards. Mark Stoops got all 3 timeouts.
That's just such a huge conversion. One, they've kind of been struggling on 3rd down. 2, this situation of the game, you talked about it earlier. You're punting there, putting your defense back on the field. Kind of a tough situation to be in now. Ball at midfield, 2 minutes left in the half. Got everything kind of at your disposal.
That's Bates, the tight end, in motion. Play fake by Leary, giving ground, and he'll be sacked. And guess who? Agent Zero again. Barrett Carter.
Carter comes on the